Hey everyone, it's Victoria Arnstein, in case you're wondering what my last name is. So I've been making caramel apples again. That is with coconut, shredded coconut, very little, just dusted. Okay, so that's good. Also been making my cinnamon rolls, so yummy, so great. I like to get this done in the morning, and I also like that I just, Michael works from home, and I just put it near his desk, and he's got like slow moving energy all day, so it's like flowing through him, and he doesn't think to eat sometimes, and he just can go a whole day and just like eat a few papayas and then be like ravenous by 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, right? So I like to get him, a little bit of nutrition in the morning. So also, I think a dehydrator is great because it smells like there's cooked food in the house, and the kids get really excited that there is cooked food, and then they're getting something so nutritious and so great that they don't even realize that it's healthy. They don't even care. It's not forced down their throat. It's something that they want to have because it smells really good. Cinnamon and dates wafting through the house is a really good scent. And I really believe that if you have these, there are certain stores like Bed Bath & Beyond that has a cinnamon smell the minute you walk in, and it wafts throughout the store. There's a reason for that. Everything is thought out. Everything that you do in a retail store is all thought out. Every placement, everything that they have. So Bed Bath & Beyond is very, very wise. They figured it out. They understand what makes a consumer want to stay in a store. And that is the cinnamon wafting through their store. And I have to say, cinnamon puts you in a feel-good mood, especially during Christmas time. There's something commercial about that too. But it's very, very warming. It reminds you of home cooking. It reminds you of apple pie. It reminds you of a lot of warm events that happen in your life. So cinnamon is a very, very good thing to have around, wafting through your house, even if it's a cinnamon scented anything, candle, anything that you want to put. That really helps. I suggest a dehydrator, and making things that are really, really simple, like these cinnamon rolls that are raw vegan. And even if you were to just do vegan, just have something that's more healthy as an option for your kids and for yourself. When you come home, you don't want to come home and just eat anything in sight that's not healthy. Don't have the unhealthy in the house, really. I mean, I do have a few things that are unhealthy, but honestly, if you have more healthy things, then that becomes the things that they crave later on and that you crave later on. And I have to say, I've been taking, one second, let me get it. I've been getting some greens in by having some barley grass, and it's a really good way to balance out the sweet. This doesn't do too well without this. You can't have, and this doesn't do too well without this. You can't have one without the other. There's balance in everything. There's yin and yang. There's good and bad. You don't know good unless you have bad. So you've got to really get your body on a balance. You don't want too high sugar, and you don't want too low in sugar. You want a balance. And that's what I'm finding. And I'm finding that the fats in my diet have also stabilized me and made me full and kept me raw. Today is actually my 1 month anniversary of being 100% raw. Well, I mean, I can't say 100% raw because I don't know what's dehydrated at a very high level, but for the most part it's raw, and it's better than what I was doing before, which was cooked starches and grains and stuff like that I'm finally getting out of my system. If that works for people, that's great. I find that there's better than that, and I'm sure most of you will agree that you will see a difference in the vibration level in your body, and you feel, I don't know, I feel like much more clear than I did when I had starches of any kind. It just makes me feel, I mean, you could do the test on yourself, do the experiment. Honestly, go 30 days and then have starch afterwards. Go 30 days raw and then have starch, and then see how your levels go. You'll get a little bit numb. And if that's your thing, that's fine. I mean, sometimes I'll have a glass of wine and I'll want to be numb. Some people want to be numb. And I get it. But if you want to try to achieve a level of high vibrancy, then you'll you'll do the raw foods and you'll see the people that are doing it. When I go to a raw food restaurant, I really do see a lot of people that are actually slim and they've kept it off for a long time and they've been raw a long time. And, you know, even though they put fat in their diet, they're not eating as much fat as you think because they do get full. We get full on fat. So we're not going to get all this fat in our body. Like, how do I explain it? I'm not eating as much fat. I thought I would just be eating like crazy amounts of fat once I started it. It's not true. I'm not eating that much fat. If I have a few nuts in something, I'll have maybe 1 or 2 mini pizzas, you know, and raw vegan. And that has nuts in it, and then I'm just done. I'm done for the day, you know? So test it out, make your experiments, and make it work for you. And don't tell everybody your experiment. Just keep doing what you're doing, and just keep it to yourself if you think that people are going to be crashing it down, and then let the results speak for themselves, really. I mean, that's really all you can do. So the tips that I have are greens balancing out the, we're reviewing here, greens balancing out the dates and the sweetness of the fruit. You know, I think that it's not all about calories. There's a lot of minerals that people are not getting, and I really believe that the fat that you eat actually absorbs those nutrients, and it helps you absorb the nutrients, and instead of like letting it just shoot through your body with just sugar or shoot through your body with just greens, like you need to bind it, you know, you need it to absorb. So I believe that all those things that you feel on a starch diet, you may be missing out on a raw food diet. So give yourself that chance, give yourself that audition for your own body to get used to something and feel like it's getting some benefits in any way. I mean, all you have to do is test it out for yourself. And I think 30 days is a really good count, because right now it's 30 days. I have not one craving at all since I started. It was the first day of the fruit festival on the 18th. I have not had a craving since. Not one single craving. And if I did, slightly, I would have something dehydrated. Easily. Done. So start getting a dehydrator and start getting things dehydrated if you have to. Dates are dehydrated anyway. If you don't want to just eat dates and you're sick of just eating dates, take some bananas, take some tomatoes, take some zucchini. Start making spiralized pasta. Let me tell you something. If you dehydrate spiralized pasta, it actually has more of a consistency of pasta. I also have this squash right here, and I just peel off with a knife the thick skin. It's really thick skin. It's almost like watery skin though. And inside it's like a spongy white mush, you know, like it's spongy white squash. I cut it into pieces, and I kid you not, this is like the consistency of whole grain bread. I put it in the dehydrator. It really gets like almost like a rubbery, but in a good way, spongy type of feel. And I actually gave Michael the mini pizzas last night. He loved it. Macadamia nuts, nutritional yeast, and whatever you want. If you want to put a dash of salt, fine. But that's what the ingredients are, and some sun-dried tomatoes on top, dehydrated tomatoes, put it on top, put it all in dehydrator, done. If you want to do it all as separate things and then put the nut pate on top of it, fine. But I'm telling you, nutritional yeast goes a long way, and kale chips are a good snack, and you're getting your greens in, you're getting your fat in at the same time. People say it's not a good snack to have if you're on a fruit diet. I disagree. I think you should have something like that if you want to transition from cooked to raw. That is what I'm getting at. If you're already on fruit and you're loving your life, then stay there. Nobody's saying not to. But 955 doesn't work. It just doesn't work. 80-10-10 works, and a little bit above 80-10-10. But nothing else seems to work that way long term. If you're not getting any fats in, long term you're going to run into problems. And if you're getting too much fat in, long term, that's going to run into problems. Okay, this is running long. I'm getting messages on my phone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.